All right, let's kick things off with a question that I'm sure pretty much every YouTube creator has faced. You know that feeling, right? Just staring at a blank page? It's a total creativity killer.
Well, what if you had a brainstorming buddy right there with you to help you get started? Today, we're going to dig into how a tool you've definitely heard of, ChatGPT, can be that exact creative assistant for your channel, helping you conquer that blank page for good. So what exactly is ChatGPT? Honestly, the simplest way to think about it is as a super smart assistant that you can just chat with. You give it instructions, and it gives you back scripts, ideas, all sorts of creative stuff. Okay, let's dive right in, starting with what is often one of the most time-consuming parts of making a video, writing the script. Now, getting a useful script from ChatGPT isn't just magic. It all comes down to giving it the right instructions, what we call a prompt. You've probably heard the saying, garbage in, garbage out, right? Well, it is absolutely true here. The better your prompt, the better your script will be. So how do you write a good one? This 6-part formula is basically the perfect roadmap. You start with a task, a simple action verb like write, then add context about your channel and who you're talking to. It also helps to provide exemplars, which is just a fancy way of saying examples. Next, give it a persona. Tell it to act like an expert. Then define the format you're looking for, and finally, describe the tone. Following these steps gives the AI a crystal clear set of instructions. And here's what that looks like in the real world. See how this prompt uses that formula? Act as a master YouTube scriptwriter. That's the persona. My channel's about simple life hacks. That's the context. It's got the title, the audience, a specific tone. You're not just asking for a script, you're telling it how to think about the script. And boom! Here's the kind of gold you can get back. A super catchy hook that grabs viewers from the very first second. It works because it creates curiosity and promises a clear, valuable payoff. What a fantastic starting point. But here's the crucial part. You have to use this as a starting point. It gets you past the blank page, but then it's your job to add your own jokes, your own personality. Think of it this way. The AI gives you the skeleton, but you provide the soul. That's what makes the content truly yours. Okay, so that's scripts. Now let's switch gears and talk about visuals. How can AI help with what is arguably the most important image for your video, the thumbnail? It's really important to understand its limits. While ChatGPT is amazing for ideas, brainstorming titles, describing visuals, you're still going to need tools like Canva or Photoshop for the final graphic design. It's a concept generator, not a full-blown design suite, at least not yet. A great way to start is by asking for the text. That's usually the most important part of a thumbnail anyway. And notice how specific this prompt is, asking for titles under 6 words. Little details like that help you get usable results right away. And just like that, in seconds, you get a whole list of clickable options to play around with. These are all designed to spark curiosity, and they're short enough to be easily read on a tiny little phone screen. And with the latest tools like GPT-4o, things get even more powerful. You can actually upload your own photo and ask it to brainstorm a full thumbnail concept around you. That gives you such a strong visual starting point for your design.
So how do you put all of this together into a process you can actually use for every single video? Let's build a really simple workflow. It's really that simple, a 3-step, repeatable workflow. You're saving yourself a ton of time on brainstorming, which lets you focus more of your energy on the fun part, actually creating. You let the AI do the heavy lifting so you can add those final human touches. Hey, and speaking of which, if you are finding these tips helpful, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. It's just a small click for you, but it makes a huge difference for us and helps us make more of these explainers. Thanks a bunch. But you know, this isn't a perfect magic tool, so let's get real for a minute and look at the reality of using AI in your creative process, because there are definitely some pros and cons to be aware of. Check this out. A recent survey of nearly 90 creators showed that a clear majority, over 57%, had a positive experience using AI for visuals like thumbnails. That suggests that for generating eye-catching images, AI is already proving to be a super valuable assistant. But, and this is a big but, that positive feeling doesn't apply to everything. For instance, when it comes to AI-generated audio, creators reported a much more negative impact. It seems viewers still strongly prefer a real human voice. That synthetic sound can just be an instant turnoff.
And speaking of what works for your viewers, here is a simple but absolutely crucial tip for thumbnails. Keep the text short and the fonts big and clear. You have to remember, your thumbnail needs to be readable on a tiny phone screen. If someone has to squint to read it, they're just going to scroll right past. Here's another potential downside to watch out for. The AI can sometimes be, well, a little too strict. One study found that ChatGPT flagged almost 70% of scripts from top TV shows for content violations. For you as a creator, this means it might unnecessarily censor your script if your topic is even slightly edgy, and that could really limit your creative expression. So what's the key takeaway here? I think it's this. ChatGPT is a powerful co-pilot, but it's not the pilot. It's there to assist you, not replace you.
It's a fantastic tool for getting ideas and cranking out those first drafts. But at the end of the day, your unique voice, your personality, and your creativity, that's the secret sauce that's gonna make your channel grow. So with that in mind, I really wanna know what you think. Let us know in the comments.